Hello and welcome to Matt's Rocks. Today I'm going to be polishing this. This is a Brazilian agate nodule that I cut in April of 2023. They're pretty much all look alike, closely anyway. I've all got that banding and them around there. There's a quartz pocket in here also. On two of them. And they're all off the same nodule. I don't know if I'm going to make a, they're not all going to be the same shape, because the last two actually have a crystal pocket that was there. It come off, or I should say it just wasn't there, but so that's going to keep those from being oval like these. I don't know if I'm going to make oh crap, a mobile out of it, or or just single cabs. That they're awful big for a cab. I did cut them fairly thin though. I was hoping to get a little bit of, these are 1/4 inch or less, I think. One of them is a little thinner than the others, not much. But anyway, I want to make it fairly. I don't know that that'd work too good, but a nice mobile with them all hanging around, because they're going to make noise when they tink together. I don't know how good that's going to sound, but we will see. I don't know why I'm putting this back together, because it doesn't matter. What I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna just polish the sides, the flat sides, as they are flat. But I'm gonna round off all the edges first. I'll go through probably all 3 of these first wheels with that, and then I'll flat flap them. I did find a 220 grit, a newer 220 grit for my 8-inch flat lap, which is what I'll do those on for the start, and then I'll switch over to my 10-inch for the 325 on up. Or if that doesn't work, I'll just go straight to the yeah, 325. My 275 I think is the smallest steel grit I got. 270. It's the smallest grit I've got on the steel discs. But on the 10-inch flat lap anyway. I do have some smaller ones I don't think I've got any newer ones for the 8-inch, but I'll check it out and see. This is going to probably take several days to complete, but I'm just going to go ahead and start this part of it today. Try to get all of these rounded off today. And this video, I may even do it in a couple of parts, I don't know. Or I'll just shorten all of the fast forward stuff and show you the end products all together at once. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I figured this way I'll have something good to do first. for a while. Not going to matter how much I round off the sides by the time I get done, or the edges. By the time I get done flat lapping it, it's going to be all the way back out flat again. One more to go. I'm going to knock all of that off just because I have to. Probably take it down almost level like I did this other one. Almost hate to lose that little triangle piece on that tip. I don't know if you can see it in the lines in it, the fortification lines. It kind of comes up like this and goes out and then over. It comes right up to there, and that's about how far I'd have to go to get it level on this side there. But I'm going to have to come down in here quite a bit, and I don't want that angling up. I'm probably gonna lose it. Oh well, there's enough lines in there to make it look good anyway. Okay, that's all 6 of them for now. For that wheel. That's got all 6 of them rounded off for now. I'm going to, guess I probably ought to get them out of that light. It's probably bleeding them out. But I'll come back and do the 220 and finish my shaping on the 220, and I may take it to this wheel on the edges just to get that off there, and then I may try to hit this a little bit to get some of that glue off there before I stick it on my flat lap, just so it doesn't mess up my flat lap. I may have gotten more than 6 out of this one. I don't know. Let's put them back over here so I can do them again. The finished ones over here so I don't get messed up. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Let's start on the 220 wheel. Hey, next wheel. Don't worry about that. Gotta come back. I'm gonna cut that down flat anyway. It's not gonna be curved anymore. I'll get done flat lapping it. Okay, that's all 6 of them. I almost said 4. So I gotta learn to count. Too many different grade schools. No. Okay, that's got them started there. Rinse my wheels off here. And I'm gonna call it for today. I've got to check and make sure. I think I've got something ready to upload Friday or Monday or Wednesday. Duh! I just uploaded one yesterday and I think I still got one to upload Wednesday. Today is Sunday. I'm back. This is going to be a continuation of another video I started but I haven't finished yet. I was having a hard time doing these Brazilian agates that I was making for a mobile or something along those lines. But I'm putting a flat polish on the outside edges. I just rounded it off, or on the faces and the backs, so that it'll reflect the light and they'll kind of tink together a little bit. That I don't know that they're going to want them to tink together a little bit anyway, but still. But this way I can. I don't want to cut them up, and ain't nobody gonna wear them around their neck. And I'll either make them just as samples, or something you can just sit on a little tripod, and we'll go from there. But I started it on my 8-inch because my 80 grit and my 100 and 320 and 270 were all in really bad shape, and I ordered some new ones. I explained on the video that I'm going to be posting tonight on some petrified wood that I ordered 3 new discs for this. I thought they were going to be, because it said resin bond, so I thought they were going to be kind of like this, softer pads, softer wheels, in other words. Just because it said resin bond instead of steel bond, I guess. I didn't think it was going to be a steel plate. Actually, that doesn't sound like a steel plate, but it looks like, I don't know. Oh, if it is, it's really thin. But they said they weren't sure how long it was going to last, or how long they last for yet, because it's a new product. And so we're going to find out, or we're not going to find out. Hopefully we don't find out. Well, we will find out in the long run eventually, but I don't want to find out on this video. That means that it would have run out by the time this video was done. This one, I noticed yesterday, this 100 grit's just a little bit bigger than some of the other ones that I've been using, but it's not that big of a deal. It just makes it harder to get it even on there, to keep it from wobbling. I don't want to wear out my bearing, and then it wobbles enough as it is, because you can't get them perfectly straight. I don't mind that either. They don't have to be, as long as they're not really throwing it way off. And first time I put this on there, I did a couple of, or I polished the backs of some of these pet wood agates. I still got to do the backs of these. That's why they were sitting here, but I'm not going to do those now. I want to go ahead and finish these up, because this one I've already showed the cutting of them, or the polishing of them and all that. But I was going to make me some kind of suction cups to put on these, so I don't mess up my fingers. My thumb's just now healed up where I ground off that section of it. But I did these on the other 100 grit, but I ended up still with a bunch of scratches on there, so I decided I'd just wait. I knew I was going to order these discs, but so I figured I'd just wait till I do those and then finish up that video. So I went through, I started it on this, then I went to the 8-inch, and then I went back and got some more discs for the 8-inch that I had over here. I had a 220 disc over there, and it wasn't as good as I thought it was, but I thought I had them ready for the 325. And when I stuck them first, or no, I put them back on I put them on the 270 on the steel disc. After I got done with the 220, I put them on the 270 and found out I still had scratches from the 80 grit. So I wasn't or the 100 grit, one of the two, or 220 grit. These are fairly hard to get off of here because they're so thin. I went and bought me one of those things you use to pick up garbage with that has the 2 suction cups on the sides of the pincher, and it's got a pistol grip that you squeeze to get the pincher to pinch. I'm going to use the suction cups to make me a little stick type thing to put on these to hold them while I'm working on them, so they're easier to get off the table without grinding off the meat on my fingers, or grinding my fingernails down past the quick. That's part of the reason why I want to do that, because it end up turning it to one side or the other when I do pick it up. It's got like a low spot where I had to gouge on the cut when I cut these off the whole nodule. Hello and welcome to Matt's Rocks. Well, I'm back. I guess I didn't need to say hello and welcome to Matt's Rocks because I've already started this video. I just haven't finished it yet. I'm going to go back to these 6 cabs. I got my new discs in, and I'm going to start on my new 280 or 325 grit tape. I almost forgot. I got something else I'm going to try these little stickers or little suction cups to see about holding these rocks a little easier. I have a rock back there. I dropped my little suction cup, but it's a good thing I did. Because I've got a Brazilian agate underneath there that I've cabbed out. I didn't even know it was down there. I thought I had one like this here. I think I've got the rest of them here. Yeah, there's the back end, there's the heel. So it was a smaller one. I've got 3 cabs, 2 cabs in the heel, which is fairly thick, but it's not as thick here as it is everywhere else. Okay. Now we're going no place. Okay. Back at it. Ow, that was my knee. Let's make it easier for me to pick them up off of there. Wow. These are the ones that had all the 325 scratches that crystal broke out on. I got them down where most of the scratches are gone from the crystal, but they still got scratches from the rock or from the grit that I used to get the crystal scratches out. A couple of deep gouges in that one too. But they're not from the crystal. I think they're from something on the pad or on the disc. Okay, I'm back. I've made another executive decision. I worked on that other I worked on the flat lap. Trying to think what I was trying to say. I wish my new pad. And my new pad, which is a 270 pad, wouldn't take the scratches off from the 270 steel disc. So I decided to come back over to the cabin machine and finish them off on it instead. I was thinking I was probably going to have to take the final polish to the third one, or to the on here rather than on the flat lap anyway, because I wasn't planning on changing out the 3000 grit yet, thinking it was going to work. But once I figured out how quick it was to get the scratches off, this is what they look like now. No scratches, but the 270 grit scratches, which will come out on my 600. Actually, this was the 600 that I used. I used the 600 to take out the scratches that the 280 on the, or 270 on the other one would take out. This 280 might have, because these are all new too, my Nova wheels. And so I'm just gonna finish them up on that. They're still staying flat. They may have a little bit of rounded on the edges, but I'm going to have to use this machine anyway to do the outside edges. So I figured, what the heck? Why switch over to that one? Especially seeing as how it was taking so long. I don't really care for that 270 grit that I got. It's just different. I don't know what the deal is with it. It's just, it didn't have enough grit. It was polishing, it was shining it up like a 3000 grit or 1200 grit, but it wasn't taking the scratches out from the 270. So here we go. We'll go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start on the 1200 because I've already used the 600 on them. And we'll get started. Okay, let's show you these rocks now. This is the first one. The shine on it. Now this is a better way to see the lines, and this is the turtleback stuff I'm talking about, these little botryoidal pieces. Or where it's kind of bubbly. It's neat. That's one side. That's coming from the other way. shining real good. There we go, that's better. That's the first one. There's the second one. It's got it's the one with the druzy pocket that I had all the scratches in. It doesn't go all the way through to the, well, it does go all the way through to the back, but it's healed up on the, or healed over on the back. You can see the crystal fortification things, or crystals in there, but they're just not. There we go. I was wondering why my light wasn't showing up down there at the bottom. Oops. There's the back again. I've got a spot of dust on my viewer over here on this other side. I just cleaned these off. I thought I had a speck of something on my rock. Just to give you a better idea on the. I figured out how to use this light. It came with my tonneau cover for my pickup when I bought it. It's just a stick-on light that you push to shut it on and off. It comes in handy. I thought I could use it for something, but when I tried setting it down on top of it, it didn't really do much good. But if you hold it up where it's shining behind it, it works a little better. Oh, it looks like we've got a little bit of oh, what's it called? Maybe that's my imagination, though. Tyndall. Red, white, and blue reflections? Maybe not. I don't think so. I'm looking around the camera where I can look a little closer to it. I can't remember what the heck it's called. Theo Kellison tries to find it in all of his agates on the fortification lines. He's figured out, oh, I don't know if I flipped that over or not. Or whether I just showed you the one side. I don't think I showed you any of the reflection. That's 3, and this is number 4. This is all from the same nodule, same Brazilian agate nodule. That center is pretty white, so it's not breaking up quite right, but I'll have to look up that word before I edit this so that I can. Darn it! It's where the crystals reflect back at you and it shows red, white, and blue. Like, darn it! I'm so amazed with these crystals, or with these agates. I just love these things. And then here's number 6. And they're all shiny, real shiny. I finished them on the, of course you've known it, never mind. You've seen that. Because this is for the end of the video, so that you can see what they look like with the proper light coming through them. And while I'm at it, let me go over here and see if I still got that other. I've got a couple over here too. I figured I'd show you while that I've did a video on it already, but I didn't use this method to show them off at the end. And so it was going to be, it would have probably been hard for you to tell. This is that Brazilian agate end piece, different stone that I cut. You can see what I'm talking about there with the, makes it look like a turtleback pattern. If it's not bleeding out the color, that one's not as good. This one here, you'll be able to, this is that Montana agate. Should be able to see the lines in it a little better. I'm hoping. I'll be able to find out once I get this on the editing. As you can see, the fortification lines come through, and then there's the betrothal pattern that makes what they call the turtleback deal. It's just separations in it where they don't. I don't know if they even know how it's caused, but that kind of looks good, and that's a little like of a blue light too, almost. Okay, well. Let me go ahead and do the outro. Okay, that's the video. It took me a while to make this video. I'm not going to put a whole lot of the actual working the rock on the, or I didn't put a whole lot of actually working on the rock because it took a process. It took about 3 weeks to do, but only because I was waiting on discs for my flat lap, and when I got the disc, I ordered the steel discs and I got those right, and they worked out good, but because they weren't broke in yet, I had scratches on there that I couldn't take off with the softer discs on the flat lap, and I went on ahead and ordered new wheels for my cabber also. I'd first ordered steel discs and steel wheels, and then I had to go back and order Nova wheels for my cabber and soft discs, polishing discs for my cabber, or for my flat lap. And the 270 grit just wasn't taking off the scratches that I'd gotten from the 325 steel disc on the that I had from previously that was wore out. And so I took it back, I brought it back over here and used the 600 to get those out. But I also bought a 600 disc for it, but I didn't want to try it just yet. Well, actually, I tried the 270 first, and it didn't work, so I put the 600 on there and tried it for just a second, and it didn't seem like it was going to take them out either, so I brought them over here and I finished them up on these last 3 wheels. And I'd already done them on the 600 grit, and I didn't film that because I was just going to get the scratches out and then go back to the flat lap. And it was doing such a good job, I said, heck with it, I'll just go ahead and do the last 2 wheels. And I recorded the last 2 wheels, so it's going to be kind of a jumbled up mess. But I figured in order to keep the video short, rather than putting a bunch of fast forwarded stuff for each stone, I would just do a little bit of each section, everything but the 600 grit, because I didn't record it. I'll put in just a little bit of it, just a minute or so at the most. For each one of those, and we'll call it good from there. But I think I did do a lot of complaining and griping about what I was having, the trouble I was having with my discs. So I won't put all that on there either. But anyway, thanks for watching. And I also this is Friday the 3rd. 4th. This is Friday the 4th of April. I'm going to edit this video and put it out today because I missed last night being able to put one up. I thought I had one that was already edited still left in my editing program that I was going to load today, or upload last night, but we had these storms going, so I couldn't upload anything last night. Plus, the one that I thought I still had left to send, I was the first one of a batch of 3 that I sent out. Sunday. So it uploaded Sunday, and for some reason I kept it in my program thinking it was, I may have deleted one that I hadn't even posted yet. So, but it's too late to do anything with that other than go back through my files and where I've got the thumbnails from the recording it, and I'll see if I can't find it there. But I've still got more old videos or old footage that I can put up. It's getting about springtime, so I'm going to have to be relying on some of that, and I hate to the bad part about that is sometimes you can't hear me talking over the machines because I only had the one camera. Some of them I only had the one camera, others I had both cameras, so the audio is a little bit better, but I still have trouble with the mics going dead on me every once in a while. At least the old mic on the old camera. This one here, this is for my second Pocket 3 that I just got, and it came with it actually. But I didn't realize it saves the audio in the mic itself also. I'm hoping it puts it in the footage when you're down. I paired it to the camera, so it should be putting it on the camera too, on the camera footage. But I think it does. I've not had any trouble with it, other than the fact that once or twice I've had. Actually, I don't think I've had this one run down yet. I know it's gotten down close, and I can plug it in for a few minutes, and it'll be good enough for a little while longer. Bad part about it is this stuff sometimes takes 6-7 hours. And these took. I bet there's 12 hours, 14 hours in all of these, maybe more. And that was before this. It took me an hour and a half to run them both, 2 hours to run them all through the 600 grit. And then it was an hour and a half a piece for these other two wheels. And that's just because there were 6 stones, both sides of 6 stones. And I had only done the edges of the stones up to the 600 when I decided to take them to the flat lap to keep them flat. So I just finished up the edges. I did these edges on this one when I did it, and then I did the edges on all 3 of these. So after I'd polished the faces, or not after, but while I was polishing the rest of the faces. I'm making this video even longer. I'll cut out some more of that fast forwarded stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please bear with me. I'm trying to get better. I'm going to have to start making some trips out and doing some rock hounding. And I think I'm going to go down to my brother's in Louisiana here in a little while for a week, just because he's bored. He normally comes up here for a week. This time I'm going to go down there for a week. And but anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification button so you know when my next video is coming out. Of course, hopefully I'll still be posting them on Sunday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But I won't know until I get I won't know about when I'm in Louisiana whether I'll be able to post them that fast. But he lives in Shreveport, so near Shreveport, so I should get good cell signal there. I should be able to upload them. I don't think he's got very good cell signal in his house either. He's got cable internet, and he's not having a very good time with it. But anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good day.